A baby dolphin was desperately looking for help from the people around. The high-pitched screams from its little mouth echoed and broke everyone's heart. However, no one realized that there was a terrible danger a little further ahead. On the edge of the crystal blue waters of the Caribbean Sea, there was a town called Coral Cove, famous for its nature and marine life. This tropical town, adorned with lush palm trees and colorful flowers, was also rich in marine life. Brian, a local of the town, had been living in this tropical paradise for a long time and was known as one of the best diving guides there. A friendly and knowledgeable guide, Brian worked at a diving school that introduced tourists to the town's magnificent underwater beauty. There were still a few hours before the tourists would arrive for diving, so Brian decided to swim alone in a place full of the underwater world's spectacular beauty, where there were not many people. Brian was having a wonderful day underwater, surrounded by colorful fish and other marine creatures. Watching the fish gliding among the coral reefs mesmerized him. The brightly colored corals and the small fish swimming around them were like a dream. Brian enjoyed rediscovering these beauties with every dive. However, this peaceful moment did not last long, because shortly after, he heard the shouts of a small group of tourists from the shore. As he got closer, he saw the tourists excitedly pointing at the nearby rocks and saying something. Realizing there was a problem, Brian quickly swam towards the rocks and soon heard a sound. The experienced diver immediately recognized these sounds as the cries of a dolphin, and when he reached the rocks, he saw a small baby dolphin stuck among the rocks. The dolphin could not free itself from its terrible captivity. Brian carefully freed the baby from the sharp rocks without hurting it and released it back into the sea. The baby dolphin cried out joyfully, swam a few large circles around the diver, and disappeared into the depths of the sea, wagging its tail. Brian smiled, relieved that the baby had not been seriously injured, and was about to return to his exploration when he saw the same baby dolphin suddenly reappear beside him. The diver thought the animal just wanted to play. However, the baby dolphin behaved strangely, circling the man again and swimming in the same direction. This caught Brian's attention. Brian guessed that the baby wanted him to follow and quickly kept pace with it. They swam quite a distance, and Brian was very tired by now. When he surfaced, he saw they were in a small cove where people were almost never seen. Even more surprising was the presence of a large fishing boat he didn't recognize. Commercial fishing was prohibited in these areas because the coral reefs had rare vegetation, so he thought the people on the boat were poachers. Brian saw a large fishing net in the water near the unfamiliar boat. Rare and valuable fish were caught in the net, but most importantly, an adult dolphin was tangled in the nets and couldn't escape. Brian immediately rushed to help the dolphin and carefully cut the nets wrapped around its body. During the rescue, he realized the dolphin was female. The same baby dolphin was constantly swimming beside them, indicating that this was its mother. Brian helped the dolphin free itself, and then the dolphin happily cried out in thanks and disappeared into the depths with its baby. Brian realized that the baby dolphin's being stuck in the rocks was not in vain. The baby had tried to seek help from the tourists on the shore for its mother, but in the end it had gotten stuck in the rocks itself. Fortunately, there was an experienced diver nearby, and he managed to save the brave baby dolphin and its mother. Brian later reached the shore and immediately called the Coast Guard before the poachers could escape. The police arrived at the scene very quickly, not giving the offenders a chance to start their boat engines. The criminals were caught red-handed, and the police officers thanked the diver for his help and asked him to assist in rescuing the sea creatures caught in the nets. The entire day had flown by, but Brian had no regrets because he had managed to save many precious lives that day. As Brian headed home, he thought about the baby dolphin's courage. The little dolphin had sought help from humans to save its mother and made a great effort. This was a testament to how strong and determined nature could be. Brian would never forget this experience, and maybe one day he would encounter the baby dolphin again, but this time he would see it happy and healthy. Brian realized once again how important it was to protect the coral reefs and marine life. These wonders of nature should always be preserved without human interference and passed on to future generations. Please don't forget to like the video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel.